In the small town of Willowbrook, there lived a young girl named Emma. Her family owned an apple orchard, and every fall, they produced the most delicious apples in the region. But the journey to those juicy apples was anything but quick. When Emma was a little girl, her grandfather, who had planted the first apple trees, taught her the importance of patience. "Emma," he would say, "these trees don't bear fruit overnight. It takes years of nurturing, care, and time. But when they finally do, the reward is sweeter than anything you can imagine." Emma held on to these words as she grew up. She loved working in the orchard, learning the art of pruning, watering, and protecting the trees from pests. Each year, she eagerly awaited the first signs of blossoms, knowing that each step was a part of a much longer process. One spring, however, a terrible frost swept through Willowbrook. Many of the blossoms that promised a bountiful harvest were destroyed. The townspeople were disheartened, and some of the neighboring farmers decided to cut their losses and switch to quicker-yield crops. But Emma's family held on to their belief. Her father reassured her, "We've faced tough times before. The trees have strong roots, just like our family's belief in patience. We'll see this through." Throughout the summer, Emma and her family worked harder than ever, nurturing the surviving trees and planting new saplings. Emma would often sit under the shade of the oldest apple tree, reading her grandfather's old journals. In them, he had documented the many challenges he had faced and the lessons he had learned. Each entry was a testament to his unwavering faith in time and patience. As the years went by, the orchard slowly recovered. The new trees grew, and the older ones regained their strength. Emma's dedication never wavered, and she continued to believe that good things take time. One autumn, 10 years after the devastating frost, the orchard was filled with the most bountiful harvest they had ever seen. The apples were larger, juicier, and sweeter than anyone could remember. Word of the miraculous recovery spread, and people from neighboring towns came to taste the legendary apples of Willowbrook. Emma stood in the orchard, now a young woman, and looked at the thriving trees. She felt a deep sense of pride and fulfillment. The journey had been long and often challenging, but the reward was undeniable. She knew that her grandfather's wisdom had guided them through the toughest of times. One day, as Emma was walking through the town, she met a young boy named Tommy, who was struggling to grow a small vegetable garden. He was frustrated with the slow progress and was on the verge of giving up. Emma knelt down beside him and shared her story. She told him about the frost, the years of hard work, and the incredible harvest that had come after so much patience. "Remember, Tommy," she said, "good things take time. Your garden will grow if you nurture it with care and patience." Tommy looked up at her, inspired by her words. He decided to give his garden another chance, tending to it with the same care Emma had shown her orchard. Years later, Tommy's small garden flourished into a beautiful, thriving vegetable patch, and he often thought back to Emma's story. It became a cherished lesson he carried with him throughout his life. And so, the legacy of patience and the belief that good things take time continued to flourish in Willowbrook, passed down from one generation to the next, nurturing dreams, and bearing fruit sweeter than anyone could have ever imagined. Let's learn some words from the story. Apple orchard. Meaning, a piece of land planted with apple trees. Example, the Smith family owns an apple orchard where they grow and harvest different varieties of apples. Pruning. Meaning, the process of cutting away dead or overgrown branches or stems to encourage healthy growth. Example, to ensure a good yield, the farmers spent the winter pruning the apple trees. Bountiful harvest. Meaning, a large amount of crops gathered at the end of a growing season. Example, thanks to the ideal weather conditions, the orchard had a bountiful harvest this year, with bushels of apples overflowing. Devastating frost. Meaning, a severe cold spell that causes significant damage to plants. Example, the unexpected devastating frost in late spring killed many of the young apple blossoms, leading to a reduced crop. Miraculous recovery. Meaning, an unexpected and astonishing return to good condition after a period of difficulty. Example, despite the harsh frost, the apple orchard made a miraculous recovery, and the trees were soon full of blossoms again. Thriving tree. Meaning, a tree that is growing vigorously and healthily. Example, after years of care, the once struggling sapling had grown into a thriving tree, laden with ripe apples. Undeniable. Meaning, unable to be denied or disputed, clearly true. Example, the undeniable success of the harvest was a testament to their hard work and dedication.